Start by asking yourself what you'd like to improve about your life. Sticking with the example we explored in the last chapter, the first expression of your goal might be framed in broad terms. I'd like to be neat. And that's a reasonable place to start. Yet neat is not a state you can adopt. Rather, it's a set of distinct behaviors that add up to neat, according to your definition. There's neat, and then there's neat. Every personal improvement goal within your power can be reduced to a list of behaviors. Whether your ultimate objective is to be neat, lose weight, get fit, be nicer to your spouse, become organized, be on time, save money, advance your career, or get more sleep. So taking neat as our example, the first step is to deconstruct what you mean by neat. Your most pressing neatness issues might be to keep clothes hung up and to stay on top of laundry. Or perhaps every drawer is crammed and the bed never gets made. Or maybe you leave dishes overnight and let items pile up on surfaces. Don't bother compiling an exhaustive list. Just pinpoint one or two behavioral changes you think would make a difference. Remember, you're not trying to solve for neat overall. You're just looking to identify a discrete behavioral change that will move the neat dial in the right direction. If your neatness target is focused on managing clutter, your first resolution might be as simple as resolving to allow only certain items on certain surfaces. It's hard to keep a surface organized when it's littered with items that have nothing to do with its utility, e.g. coins and a comb and keys on a desk, magazines and bills on a bureau, mail stacked up on a kitchen island. If every surface you have is just a parking lot for whatever, dedicating surfaces might be a good first resolution. You might even want to start with just one surface. Once items are segregated in logical groups, it's much easier to see what's required to keep a particular surface orderly. For example, if your desk is overflowing with piles of unopened and unsorted mail, making a micro-resolution to sort and discard mail before you place it on your desk will probably eliminate 3/4 of your pileup, neatness, and allow you to see at a glance what really needs handling, organization. If clothes sit in a heap on the bedroom chair all week, resulting in a mind-numbing weekend session of hanging up now very wrinkled clothing, you might consider a resolution to hang up your clothes as soon as you take them off, or start with a resolution allowing any set of clothes only 24 hours on the chair. Mindset messaging. What about the mental habits that keep you from succeeding in your goals? In the present case, how might you improve your neatness mindset, values, preferences, and attitudes to advance your objective? For example, a neat mindset might include the attitude, it's more productive to work at a clean desk. Such an attitude can be taught through practice, just as one can teach oneself a physical behavior through repetition. You can do this by resolving to give yourself a micro-resolution message designed to improve your governing mindset. A change in mindset will drive behavioral change, just as a successful behavioral change ultimately alters your mindset through experience. As the 19th century psychologist and pragmatist William James observed, the greatest revelation of our generation is the discovery that human beings, by changing the inner attitudes of their minds, can change the outer aspects of their lives. The mechanism for changing your mindset through messaging is the same as for changing a physical behavior. A targeted and limited resolution practiced relentlessly until it becomes automatic. The success of a micro-resolution message is measured solely by your remembering to give yourself the message in the circumstance you've selected, and that's it. It's like a mental tweet synchronized to a specific trigger. For example, someone working on neat might resolve to send himself the message, "It's really just as fast to hang it up," when removing his coat. Using the removal of the coat to cue the message will disrupt the autopilot attitude, "I don't have time to hang it up right now," and likely lead, over time, to a preference